Hello everybody and welcome back to Sweetgrass Tarot, or welcome to Sweetgrass Tarot if you've never been here before. Today we're going to be doing a quick reading because I've been a little long-winded as of late with my videos. There's a few in the workings that I have a feeling are going to be 3-4 hours long, so stay tuned for those. We're going to be checking in with some energy to see what guidance you need to get through what's currently holding you back, what current obstacles are keeping you stuck. So we're going to get some guidance from Spirit with these lovely tarot cards here. I pre-pulled some oracle cards, just 2 for each pile, to really help see what energy you're in. So this is going to be pile 1, this is going to be pile 2, and this over here is going to be pile 3. So just take your time, pause the video if you need to pick your pile. But before we get into the reading, I just want to remind you guys, if you didn't know already, that I'm doing a giveaway on my channel. Once we hit 100 subscribers, I will be giving away a free reading. I currently have readings on my shop that you could check out at the moment. There will be about 45-minute long readings, so feel free to subscribe to my channel, put on the bell notification so you know when we hit that 100 subscriber mark, because I will be making a video telling everybody who the winner is. So without further ado, pick your pile and I will see you there. Hello pile 1 and welcome to your reading. If you picked the pile that was over on the side of the screen, this is your reading. So I pulled 2 cards for you to start so we can get some idea of what blockages and challenges you are facing, so we can see how to overcome them. So the first card that we pulled was Death, and it says, I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. And we also have Anxiety. Let's see, can you see that there? There we go, Anxiety. So I'm going to leave these 2 over like this. Yeah, we'll do it like this. Alright, so let's see what messages and guidance we can get to help deal with this situation. First, we got the Strength card. Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, and the Hermit. What else? Alright, the Page of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Wow, with Death / Rebirth as the bottom of the deck energy. Alright, so there's been change that's going on in your life. I don't, with the death, sometimes people feel that's ominous, but it could just be your job is ending, especially because I am seeing some monetary type stuff within here. However, what I'm feeling mostly to help get you through this time, because there's a lot of change coming and it's not something that you are necessarily prepared for. It's not something that you necessarily would like to deal with. However, just keep holding strong through it. There's an important note to focus on what brings you true happiness, what brings you prosperity, and not just prosperity monetarily. However, if you want to focus on your coin, that is something that I'm definitely hearing is a good idea, because you know what you're doing. You're very prosperous. You're very powerful. You just have to tap into that strength. To be able to tap into that strength, it might be a good idea to retreat back from other situations. If you're giving out your energy too much to other people, to things that aren't like ushering your highest good, it is a good time to pull back a little bit and reevaluate things for yourself. Decide what really brings you the happiness that you're looking for. What is your true calling, in a sense, is what I was hearing. And what it is that will bring you peace. You have it within you. You know what it is. You might just have to dig a few layers deeper. I'm seeing that you might be changing your like the way you look at the world. I feel like there's a good chance that you might be, you know, if this is a timeless reading, but it's currently like early September, so, you know, there's a lot of people going back to school. I'm seeing this kind of thing, like, whether it's like career training, even just like brushing up on different stuff. Like if you're reading like, and this is because it's literally right in front of me. Like if you're like, say, reading like the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, like you're doing stuff to better yourself and get yourself further in a more academic sense, even if it's just for personal gain, even if it's just like self-help books, business books. When I said self-help, it sounded like I said self-health at first, so you might be looking into ways to keep your health at a higher advantage, and all of these things in combination are going to help usher in this new change that's coming forth in a way that's less anxiety ridden for you, because you will be more grounded in your own reality as opposed to just like floating with the wind. So yes, there is definitely a big focus on like planning out what your personal fulfillment looks like for you, especially because I'm feeling that there's like a real, not just like, I want to say grounded, but not like grounded, but like there's like a real analytical type energy that you can pull yourself into, so that will help keep you more grounded. Like making pros and con lists, I feel like will be something that will be very helpful for you going forward. So if you want to take a new job, making a pro and con list of, is this actually weighed out for my benefit, whenever you're feeling like you haven't, like you're having trouble fully grasping what you might want. That seems like something that will be helpful for you. However, you are more than capable to be able to handle this change, to be able to handle any obstacles that are thrown your way. I kind of want to pull some of the cards because that went through quicker than I expected. So I'm going to pull some Moonology Oracle cards to see if we can get some advice for you further, or any other insight. Alright, so the first card that we got is Contemplation is Key, New Moon in Gemini. Here, there we go. Contemplation is Key, New Moon in Gemini. Then we got Bring Love into the Situation, New Moon in Aquarius. Luck is on your side, New Moon in Sagittarius. And lastly, confidence is your key to success, new moon in Leo. I think it's very interesting that you got a bunch of new moons. It's also interesting because I just rewatched all the Twilight series, and New Moon is my favorite one, so I watched them twice, and I have the book sitting next to me. It is a guilty pleasure of 13, 14-year-old me that somehow grown adult me has fallen back into. Anyway, so you have a bunch of new moons and a tangent from me. And first that I'm noticing before we even get into what I'm feeling with the new moon symbology is the fact that you have Leo and you have strength here. So there's definitely some, you know, like lion energy here. And what's even worse for the fact that I just brought up the Twilight series is the lion and the lamb. And anybody who's seen or read the books would know the quote, "So the lion fell in love with the lamb. What a stupid lamb, what a sick masochistic lion." But anyway, that I'm just like fully getting that right now with the fact that, anyway, let me just get past that. Anyone under a certain age and a certain whatever will get it. But so with the actual new moon symbology, what I'm getting from that is that there's going to be a lot of oh, okay, now I understand why Twilight's fully coming through. Okay, I'll jump into that in a second. With all the new moon symbolization, it's like there are new beginnings coming, like it's time for you to start, like you can plan, like it's really encouraging you that planning is something that will help you in this time. Like, you know, the same kind of things that you might do in a new moon ritual, planning for what's coming next and putting out the intention for what you want next, because as that moon is building into, you know, a larger moon, it will be more substantial, more positive for you. I'm looking at my moon chart, and again, this is timeless, but it looks like if you're watching this when I put it out, September 7th will be a new moon. As well as October 6th, if you're watching it a little later, November 5th. No, is that November 4th? November 4th and December 4th. So if you happen to be watching this anytime before the end of 2021 and you would like to do some new moon rituals, those are those dates for you. And if you're watching it past 2021, then a search engine will easily be able to tell you what new moon dates are, if you would like to do some rituals on that date to even further help you past. However, I'm feeling that it won't matter what date you do it. It will just make it stronger if you do it on those days. And again, confidence is very important for you to remember during this time. And with these other ones, it's just the communication aspect. I'm feeling like it's very important for you to be open and honest with yourself during these times of change. Whenever you are feeling that anxiety, it is okay to be aware of it within yourself and not beat yourself up with it, especially with that bring love into the situation. Be mindful, be aware, be understanding to yourself, because you are your own best friend, and it is okay to not be harsh on yourself when you're feeling that, like that blockage of fear of what's coming next, and to not worry about it, because you know you basically you've got this. It, like, not just with your own confidence, but with the universe is working in tandem with you to get through this. However, what I was saying is like what I feel like Twilight coming through fully, because I don't just channel through, I channel through everything, media and all sorts. A lot of what's going on in that weird movie, well, besides the fact that like, it's weird, let's just be real. I just needed to cut out some things because I might get banned off the internet. But anyway, the weird thematics in the Twilight saga, like the fact that one person is not alive, technically, and the other one is the fact that one person is over 100 years old and one is 17. The fact that you have somebody who's not really even a human, but like an animal who's interested in humans, who then also falls in love with a child. That's all weird. But in the New Moon movie and book, main characters, Edward and Bella, you know, Edward Cullen, the vampire, almost got his barely legal girlfriend killed by his vampire brother because she got a paper cut. What an idiot. And then he like all disappeared, and it left her in this like deep depression in a sense, and it was like really weird. It was really unnecessary. It was really dramatic. It was really teenager. But what I was picking up is that this kind of situation, not that kind of situation, but the level of like sitting in your room for months, depressed type energy is the kind of energy that you may fall into when you're in this state of anxiety, when the change comes and things like that. However, you know, she started to pull herself out of that by, well, because her father made her leave the house and do something. So she ended up hanging out with her friend Jacob, who then turned into a werewolf later. And that that energy being with somebody who she did truly care about, even if it wasn't in the same type of energy as her weird vampire boyfriend, it helped start to bring her out of this depression. She was still a hot mess until she was able to get back together with her weird old dead boyfriend, with hella codependent energy. However, that's all in spite of the point. I'm just feeling that like it's confirmation in the sense that like while you're in this state, there are other things that you could do to help shift the energy. Like it might not be your battery might not fill up 100%, but it might fill up 75%, which is better than the negative 3% that you were on beforehand. So just really focus. Like it's okay to go just straight hermit mode for a while so you could focus on what it is that you might be missing, what it is that will bring you happiness, what it is that is your true fulfillment. Because instead of focusing on what it is that is causing you this pain and this hurt, and then start to shift to that point, even in little incremental steps, even if it just feels like you're putting on a facade, you can get to that point. All right, I have gone on about stupid movie for too long, and I don't want to slip back into that, so I'm going to move these. And that is about all that I have for you right now, pile 1. If any other piles resonated with you, feel free to go check them out. Give this video a like if you liked it. Comment down below how it resonated with you, or not. You could even just comment down below and say, hey, what's up? There's still a small following, so I will respond to everything. And I appreciate you being here with me. Don't forget that I am doing a giveaway for a free reading, so if you want to get in on that, just make sure to follow the channel. And just a quick PSA, if you don't have your subscriptions public, I won't see your name specifically as a subscriber, but you can comment and be like, hey, I subscribed, and I'll take note of that, because I don't see all of the people who are subscribed to the channel because their subscriptions are private. But also, you know, that's up to you. Anyway, I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video, or in the next pile if you chose another one. Alright, bye. Hello, my dear pile 2s. If you chose the pile that was in the center here, then this is your reading for you. Alright, we're going to start with your oracle cards that were pre-pulled. that talk about the energy blockages that might be going on, the kind of gist of your situation essentially. So first we got loneliness. I know that I am never alone. And we got magic in reverse. I don't normally take reversals in this deck, but this one just was screaming that it needs to stay in that sense. And since we're kind of talking about blockages of this sort, it made sense to me why it was in the reverse. All right, we're going to pull a small spread of sorry, when I start channeling, weird burpy things start happening. We're going to pull some cards here, and one just popped out and wanted to show itself, the Hermit. We'll see if it comes out in the spread, and it makes sense with loneliness being here, but we're going to pull some cards, see what's going on, get the message through, and we might get some oracle cards at the end. We did in the last reading, however, all that ended up doing was, well, it gave good advice, but then it also just got me on a tangent about the Twilight series, so that was fun. Alright, let's see what's going on with pile 2. We got the World. What's going on with pile 2? Queen of Pentacles. That was in the exact same spot for the first reading. 5 of Swords. The Emperor. Chariot. The Moon. I'll pull one last card. What's going on with pile 2? Hermit. I had a feeling it was going to come out. Alright. Bottom of the deck is the Devil. First of all, you got a lot of major arcana. I think, let's see, how many cards do we have pulled here? 7 cards, and only 2 of them are not major arcana. So you got the World, the Emperor, the Chariot, the Moon, and the Hermit. Yeah, okay. I just, for some reason, I thought some of them were sequential. And a fun fact, real quick, because it just, I'm seeing it, is the Emperor represents Aries energy, and the Chariot represents Cancer, but I'm looking at the numbers 4-7, and that's my mom's birthday, but also she's an Aries, and I'm a Cancer, born in the 7th month, not the 6th. But sequentially, I know what I was seeing because you got 7, 18, 9. So I thought it was 7, 8, 9, but it's not. Okay. So. Okay, I am seeing that you are somebody who, what's going on here is that it's like you had the whole world, like you were in a space where you, well, first, okay, we'll get to that later then. Okay, so it's like you had the whole world at your fingertips for a very long time. You're at the top of your game. You were everything, but it's like everything changed. Things fell to crap, so to speak, and okay, so it's like something opened your eyes to a situation, and it's whatever it was, what was this world-changing, life-changing thing. Seeing, like, you know, like, I'm getting Wheel of Fortune type energy, well, the wheel energy type. So it's like you were on top of the world and it spun and you were at the bottom. I'm also hearing a song from the movie The Fighting Temptations. starring Cuba Gooding Jr., Beyonce, and many, many, many other amazing talents. One of the good old Golden Girls is in the movie, and I say that just because I have a Golden Girls tarot deck. But anyway, so it was a song at the end of the movie, and it's like a Christian, type church movie, even though, you don't have to be of this sort to watch it, especially because it's kind of a hilarious movie at the same time. So anyway, there's a song at the end, as most church movies have some sort of gospel competition at the end where they were the underdogs and then they end up winning. So Beyonce singing, and the song is called He Still Loves Me. But so one of the verses that she sang, it was like, she said, it's like I went to bed on top of the world, today the world's on top of me. So that's the vibe that I'm feeling here. It's like this happened and it opened your eyes to what really is. Like there was like a false sense of security, and that was shattered. You no longer felt on top of the world. However, you still might have been in a position, or still might become in a position, where you recognize your own power, but it just doesn't feel the same. It's like you're surrounded by people. It was like you were this, sorry, I'm looking at this because I'm seeing this. It's like with the loneliness, it's like this world is like surrounded by people, but in the world it's like they're not actually surrounded by people. But what I'm also noticing with the world, here, let me zoom this in, is that it's like a snake that's surrounding her. So what I'm feeling like is when there was all these people here in this imagery, like for your circumstance, it's like you were actually surrounded by snakes. Not that snakes are always a bad thing, but you know what I mean. And when coming into a full realization of this, you're able to fully, truly stand in a certain power and move away from that. However, it left you very lonely. Like you felt very alone, you felt very lonely, you felt very trapped. You stopped, and see, I want you to interpret this how it works for you. Take how it resonates, because for different people it's like a different timeline. They might be in a different point of their timeline, but it's like you lost that magic spark, but you are learning how to re-find it through intuitive means, by really diving deep within yourself and having an inner knowing of the world and your surroundings, and how it's and coming through for you. Hold on, I want to pull a couple more cards, because it's like, do you stay in this hermit energy? I think it's very much that even when you are in this state of being alone, understanding that you're not alone, even if you're sitting by yourself. But I still want to see what else, because it seems to like just explain what's going on, but not really fully give any understanding to come by. I think what the biggest thing for you is just shifting. Okay, what I just heard is you don't cast your pearls amongst swine. So what you're really understanding is that being surrounded by a lot of people who just suck your energy out and don't actually have anything to give back to you is what's causing you to always be in that state of feeling lonely and ordinary, is what wants to come through for this lack of magic. And that to be fully stood in your own power, in your emperor power, regardless of gender, you must shift away from that and understand that your energy is radiant, and that you are extremely intuitive, and that you are extremely powerful, and you're extremely amazing, and that it is okay to stand alone, because being alone doesn't always equate loneliness. And there is a whole soul tribe out there that will find you through your inner beauty radiated outward. However, there feels like a call to have more protection over your energy and have more discernment over who is deserving of that energy, because there are snakes in the grass. There are snakes who are surrounding you, but it is also possible to still radiate and shine in spite of all of that. And it may feel lonely at times, but there are many people who often have this same sort of journey as you're having. And that it's okay, because your power comes from within, not from without. So even when there aren't others around you, you're still amazing, and you still can come through it. Hold on. Yeah. The Eight of Swords, it's there, and then the Knight of Cups. It's like asking you to be more kind and loving and cherish and nourishing of yourself, and to have a very loving spirit for your own self, and to be that Knight of Cups to help pull yourself out of the prison of your own making. Alright, I don't think there's anything else in here, but I am just going to pull a couple of Moonology cards to see what else might come through. Oh, okay, I just threw those. That doesn't count. Alright, so we got step out of your comfort zone, north no. Let's just zoom that in real quick. Okay, step out of your comfort zone. And then we have the answers you need are coming, full moon in Gemini. And it's time to release negativity, full moon in Scorpio. So for that, what I'm feeling is that it's with the step out of your comfort zone, that's like that's an internal process for you. Like, it's more like step into your, it's not even step into your comfort zone, because I feel like that internal type energy, it is outside of your comfort zone, even though it is your internal self. And that's why there is the feeling of loneliness that comes through a lot. But it's okay, because you will start to see a change coming soon. But releasing, negativity is a positive thing. And it's interesting, because in the previous one we got a bunch of new moons, and here we have some full moons. And I was giving the last pile the advice to do new moon rituals. However, I feel like it's important for you to do some full moon rituals, especially when it's time to release negativity. So things like burning bowl rituals, etc., to help get rid of the negativity that's around you. So if you would like to do that, and whenever you're watching this, because it is a timeless reading, if you want to look up what the nearest full moon is and what full moon rituals are available for you to do and that you'd be comfortable to do, I'd highly suggest doing that to help get rid of the negativity. Very specifically, what I'm feeling is that if you just write out a list of your fears, write out a list of things that hurt you, write out a list of things that have caused you pain, and burn that. Write a letter, go outside someplace safe that's not like going to spark a fire that's going to cause any damage, and write a letter to the universe, write a letter to whoever, and just burn it on the full moon. So it's currently September, so the most recent full moon that's coming, it looks like it's going to be on September 21st, and then October 20th, and then November 19th, and then I can't tell if that's December 18th or December 19th, but it looks like it might be December 19th. However, if you want to do a search engine search to get more accurate than what that might be, or if you're watching this past 2021, then that is what I would suggest to you, my dear pile twos. It is okay. You are fully capable of doing this, and I know it's been hard for you, but you are coming to a new cycle coming soon, so have no fear. And if you do, just burn it. Alright, that is all that I have for you today. If you feel called to any other piles, feel free to check out said piles, and I will see you in the next video. Make sure to give this video a like if you liked it, subscribe if you would like to be put into a drawing for a free reading, and if your subscriptions are private, just comment down below, hey, I subscribed, and I will make sure to take that into account. And I will see you in the next video. Take care of yourselves. Bye. Hello, my lovely pile threes, and welcome to your reading. We've got some cards here that we are going to look at and see what is going on for you right now, what might be causing you any blockages, and how we can work through them, work past them, see what this journey is, what have you. It's looked a little different for the two piles, so we'll see how it looks for you. Alright, let's see, my dears. So first we have envy. I am the same as everybody but with different challenges, and we have fear coming through as your oracle cards here. Alright, now let's see. We're going to put these to the side, and we are going to just pull some tarot to see what else is going on, see if advice comes through the tarot, see how it comes out, because again, it's come out different for everybody. Alright, what is going on with our dear pile threes? What is their story? What's happening? What can we offer them? What is going on with our dear pile threes? And if you feel drawn to any other piles, then feel free to check those out as well. Wow, all of them have had the Hermit come out in some part of the reading. So, first card is the Hermit. And then we got the Two of Swords. Eight of Cups. Judgment and the Six of Wands. I don't think that wants to come out. If it does, it will again. Queen of Pentacles. She's also come out in every single reading. And we'll pull one last card. The High Priestess. And like the last pile, you have the Devil as your bottom of the deck. All right, this is a, yes, this is, okay. So what I'm really drawn to start is this envy here. So, and fear. So it feels like you've definitely been someone who has had challenges with, well, you know, fear, since, you know, obviously, but you've had challenges, sorry about that, there we go, challenges with where, okay, so like I'm feeling it's not like envy in the typical sense of like envy. It comes from, well, I mean, it might be for other people like that too, but where you're not actually envious of other people, even when it feels like you are. What it is you're just afraid that what other people have accomplished and what other people have gained and what other people have, you'll never have. You're afraid that you are going to be alone forever, whether it's like, and not even just romantically, like I'm feeling like a fear of like everything. You're worried that you're never going to have anything that you've ever wanted, and it scares the ever-living crap out of you. You're very isolated, you're very lost, you're very confused, you're very trapped, you're very hurt, you're very you're just very in not a good state. It's like you don't see anything, and it's very scary for you. However, I'm seeing that there is a path to walk where you walk away from this feeling. You find the courage and the strength to start walking away from that, because understanding, as this card says, I am the same as everybody but with different challenges. You're not alone in feeling like this. Other people have felt this way. Other people feel this way. It's a very chaotic and confusing energy, but there's there is a call to, it's interesting because it's like a very collective type energy. It's like the situations are a little bit different for each group, but there is definitely the same call to look internally towards yourself. Really take that time with yourself. Don't look at it as like it's this negative type energy, but to really understand within yourself what it is that you want, what it is that you're looking for, and don't look at it through the lens of fear. And once you start to look at it through a different sort of aspect of something that you could change, even if it's not big changes every day, even if you could just make little baby steps towards where you want to go, that will help pull you away. I see you walking away from an emotional situation that has been bringing you nothing but chaos and strife, whether it's like a friend group that does nothing but backbite when that's not your type of vibe, and that's what's also pulling you into this envy, whether it's a relationship that might, whether it's for you or not, maybe it's not for you at the time and it's causing you internal chaos and conflict. I see you walking away from something. I see you turning to your higher self to be able to come out of this sort of vibe. I see you really putting strength and trust and faith in yourself. I wanted to say enlightenment. That wasn't quite what I wanted to say, but that was trying to come out. I feel like your higher self is going to help enlighten you a lot. And I see this being a huge win for you. I see this being what you needed to step forward so you can fully come into your higher, more evolved state of self. I see you actually being someone who helps other people overcome the same challenges and fears that you have personally come through. I see this as why Like, it's like there's like part of you has always wondered why you had to deal with this, and why is, I think, because you're somebody who has the strength and the power and the know-how that once you fully overcome these, you will be in such a fantastic position to help other people, whether you're like a coach, a motivational speaker, or if you just give advice on the side to your friends. I see you, or even if you're like a scientist and just, I don't know, people like your Twitter account and they listen to you. I just see you being someone who has wisdom to be able to show people, I've been through this and now look at where I am. For some reason, what just popped in my head is my middle school a million years ago. There was a poster in our library, and it was like, there was a bunch of these, but for some reason the one that said "From Homeless to Harvard" just popped in my head. So even though, like, you know, homegirl was just living her own life, you know, she was from homeless and she ended up in Harvard. There's another one of those posters that was like somebody who had like climbed Mount something and they have like no limbs or something, I don't know, but you know, those kinds of motivation. But "From Homeless to Harvard" is really what's popping in my head right now. So, you know, I just see it's like a scary type vibe. However, as I'm talking more, I'm feeling like your energy is starting to not be so trapped. Like you can intuit the other side of what's going on. Okay, I do want to pull some Moonology because I have for everybody else to see what other answers we have. I just see this being a very powerful shift for you. Okay. Oh, that's 2 cards. Okay, is there any other? And we'll shuffle them last time. Okay. So we got you and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. Hello, Cancer. Alright, new moon in Cancer. Then we have what do you need to release? Waning moon. Okay. Then we have the energy is gaining momentum. Let me zoom this out a little bit. The energy is gaining momentum. And lastly, we have you are good enough. New moon in Virgo. All right. Okay, I love this because look at these. Oh, I just realized we have the waning and waxing. When I was looking at the pictures, I wasn't even reading the words. Let's see if we can get this more centered. That might have to be the thumbnail. Yes. Give that a second. Bam, bam. Let me get that zoomed because that's perfect. So I love how it's, you got the 2 sides of the moon right there. And then we've got Cancer and Virgo, and currently, if you're watching this, we are in Virgo season, and I am a Cancer, so fun, 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 till her daddy takes the T-bird away. So, I'm fully, oh, I need to zoom out. So I am, like, seeing with this is that, when you and your loved ones are safe, I felt, and this might not resonate for everybody, but I just definitely felt this very strongly, that you're worried about the karma that has come from the fact that you, have felt this envy towards others. You're worried about it coming back on those who you love. However, don't worry about that because none of this came from a place of malice towards others. It came from a sense of not having the most solid foundation for self. With the what do you need to release, that definitely is speaking towards you need to release your fears and your well, you might know more things that you need to release, but mostly I'm feeling like these fears, these challenges this doubt in self. And once you release that, you will really get to a point where you will start to come more fully into this powerful self of yourself. And with you are good enough, it's just a reminder, because you're not in that state of power quite yet. You're getting there, which is why the energy is gaining momentum. You're good enough. It's just a reminder that you can get through this. You're working towards a fantastic goal. You are strong enough for this. I know that you haven't always felt like it, that you felt like other people might have had something better and that you weren't worth it, or you weren't able to gain the same thing, and that you weren't worthy, is what I'm really feeling. But once you are able to get that, like, release these things, you'll start to get to that point more, and just again understand that you are good enough. You know, nothing happens coincidentally. Everything happens for a reason. You're here for a reason. It's because you are worth this. Your intuition, your guides, your ancestors, your everything, it led you to this point, so you could remember that you are good enough to get to this point. You are the high priestess. You are very you're very strong. You are very powerful. You've got this. You really do. Pile 3. I'm so sorry. Oh, it's like my throat's getting stuck. That's something that you might want to consider looking into, is some throat chakra activations. I personally would suggest to try to find some binaural beats for the throat chakra. Binaural beats have helped me tremendously when it comes to opening up my chakras. Also meditations that you might need to do, because I feel like your throat chakra is very, very stuck, because mine has not been like this, but it's starting to get like it now. So just keep that in mind. Pile 3. And that is all that I have for you here today. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Give it a like if you liked it. Comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And remember that subscriptions, once we hit 100 subscribers, there will be a giveaway for a free reading. So if you'd like to be in that reading, all you have to do is subscribe. However, just a note, if your subscriptions are private and people can't see them, then just a comment down below to say, hey, I subscribed, and I'll know that you have subscribed, because there's coughing in the background, because see, your throat chakra is blocked. So yeah, just keep that in mind, and I will see you in the next video, or if you are drawn to any other piles, I will see you over there. Alright, pile 3, have a great one, and I can't wait to see you again next time. Alright, bye.